Hey everyone, it's GamerGuy472 here, followed by my partner
Fox1989, also known as Sephiroth Genova 999.
And in my last video I showed you the training, the Poke Farm, and how to renovate your stuff. I also told you about DLCs. Me and Fox were talking about the training hall and dual blades and sword and shield. Now we're going to complete the list, as it says right here. We still have close to 9 more weapons left. I think Portable Third is the only one that has the most amount of weapons so far.
A total of 12.
Yeah.
Tri-G is confirmed to have all the weapons of Portable Third though.
And then we can wait till the next one when we get a new weapon that can automatically kill people. Well, then again, they also added in the new feature with the bow. So we're gonna.
Arrow range.
Yeah, the arrow range. I killed a Aeroshiro doing that. It was so funny. Because he was limping away, and I arrow shot at him in the face, and he died. It was hysterical. But enough about Portable Third. This is Freedom Unite. So
yeah, this is a big F you.
That's exactly what my friend called it. Because when playing Try, you use as much abbreviation as you possibly can. And anybody says MHFU, he's like, Monster Hunter, fuck you? And just everybody laughs, and we have a great time. But screw the training hall guy. I'm going to teach you how to use a greatsword, because I am beast with a greatsword, or at least I used to be until I stopped playing for a while. But you can whip it out. Okay, you can whip it out with the just matching the triangle button. You can hold the triangle button, or wait, no. No, if you hold R and then hit the triangle button, you automatically go into a block. You can run around, and then you can hold triangle, and you go into a charge.
You can also do that directly from standing still. But you can't do it while walking. It has to be either run or while standing still.
And how you do it standing still is you just whip it out and then you do it like this. But the most efficient way is to run and do it. If you press circle,
One of the best methods of doing damage with the greatsword is mainly the charge attack. Also because the greatsword is also a large bulky weapon and it's very slowing when pulled out. It's often a good idea to keep the sword put away unless you're actually in the middle of an attack. So one thing you want to try to get used to is attacking and then putting the weapon away, and then trying to get into a better position for another attack.
Exactly. Because if you follow that
thing also applies to dual swords, as they have no way to block, and pulling your swords out does slow you down slightly. It's often better to put your weapons away. That way you have the ability to run and dodge normally.
Exactly, and if you follow that one key step, you are destined to almost never die. But then again, you could have crappy armor.
Monsters can also get a lucky hit now and then.
Exactly. You hold it all the way, you get the 3 times charge. Now if you press triangle and circle at the same time, you do the upswing. And
actually, holding it all the way doesn't give you a 3-level charge. If you hold it and it goes off by itself, it gets weaker.
I thought that was only in Try.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that applied here too.
I didn't think it affected here either. Oh, I'm gonna hate doing gun lance because I suck with a gun lance.
Same here. I've never really used it.
I suck with a lance too, especially in this game. If there's no counter cancel, I do not want to be a part of it.
There's no counter at all.
Exactly. But apparently it's a one-hit kill with the greatsword. And forgot what I was going to say. That spooked me a little. Because I thought I heard Kushala, like, right in my ear.
That was my fault.
It's cool. But, if you follow that one basic step, you'll get used to it easy enough. And if you're a pro with the greatsword and you can time it exactly right, you can
even stop a charging monster right as they're about to hit you in the face.
Like, if you look up some videos about Tigrex and HR9 Tigrex versus a Greatsword Pro, and they would charge like right before the monster would, as the monster was charging, and they would be at far enough distance to where they would get their level 3 charge right as the monster was approaching them, so it hit. And I used to be able to do stuff like that until my PSP broke about a year ago. So I got a new one for Christmas, so I'm happy about that. That was a fail. But the upswing is good for, like, if you miss a like draw attack by accident and the monster's right behind you. It's good for that.
It's also good for removing the attack lag. As greatswords are heavy, the sword gets embedded in the ground whenever it hits the ground. So either rolling immediately or comboing into one of the other attacks eliminates the attack lag and allows you to be able to get out of the way, comes way faster.
And I wouldn't recommend comboing with a greatsword because greatswords are slow, and most of the monsters are faster. Yeah, are gonna be more fast.
It's okay when you're fighting small monsters, so the minions.
Like Gaia-Drome. The drones. The drones would be exceptional because they move around a lot, and they're basically only targeted to you or your cat. I think mostly to you. I could greatsword almost anything and still win, I think. But that's how you use a greatsword.
See, I'm not as partial to the greatsword. I find it's still a little hard to understand and control. I prefer smaller weapons, or if I have to carry a big slow weapon, I have to have the big shield, such as the lance. That way I can compensate for my slow speed with the ability to protect myself.
Yeah, but see, with the greatsword you can also block.
Yeah, but it's also very taxing on the weapon's sharpness. It should only really be used in emergency situations where you know you're not going to be able to get out of the way in time.
Oh, also, did I tell you about, the shield bash in Tri actually lowers your sharpness on lance?
It works on that way, sword and shield as well.
So that was the great sword. Now we're gonna do the long sword, one of my favorite weapons of all time.
Some people also claim the cheapest weapon of all time.
Because it has a moderate attack, and it has a really good combo rate. I mean, not like an attack rate, because it's third.
Actually, I wouldn't say moderate attack. I'd say moderate to high.
Moderate.
Some of them have really good attack.
Like the Wyvern Blade Kamalia.
Oh, Kushala, what the hell?
See, they don't, they have to give us an awesome sword, don't they? They give us the Bone Katana Wolf. Now you could, easily take it out, sheath it, and if you run and then do that, you strike with it. You do a down slash. You can do the down slash twice, and then if you press triangle and circle, you can evade away. Now, I'm
sure you guys might have noticed there's something unique about the longsword that's different from any other weapon. If you look just under where the timer is and the sharpness meter, you'll see that there's a new bar that wasn't there during any of the other weapons. That is because the longsword has a special ability.
It's called the Spirit Bar, and once it gets filled up, you get a attack boost for a short period of time. But when you use the Spirit Bar, the bar goes down. And if you're not able to keep it up, it will drain and you lose your attack up ability.
Also, when you're doing spirit attacks, which are done by you pressing R when you've got enough spirit to do one, the attacks gain ESP.
And also, you can combo in between each of the spirit attacks, so that way you could regain.
Which helps increase your spirit in the attacks, and that helps keep your spirit bar up.
Now, if you press the circle button, you get to poke them. You get to poke the monster. Like that.
Poke them on.
And now you can use this into a combo, which is actually kind of cool. I'll show you at the end of the quest. You can do this, then do it again, and then just repeat this. Just keep pressing circle and triangle over and over again. And it's a never-ending combo until you get hit by a monster. Then it ends your combo. But
however, if a monster is trapped in a trap or stunned or something of the sort, it's a great way to build up some quick spirit. That way you have spirit for some later attacks.
And see, the longsword is one of the best combo weapons, which means you can do almost anything spontaneous. Like, you can sit here and you can press R and triangle and you'll do the first spirit attack. Now, if you already have it out, you just press R and you do the spirit attack. You can press triangle and it pokes for you. But if you don't have a spirit bar, if you don't have anything in your spirit bar, you will not be able to finish the full combo.
Regardless of whether you have spirit or not, though, that first attack gains all the benefits of the full spirit bar with the exception of the extra attack.
And one thing I thought was kind of cheap in Try, the spirit bar never depleted. You know, after when you use.
It took about 30 seconds without landing an attack before it did.
And see, since it had the evade slashes, that was downright impossible. But then again, they changed the attack of it and made it a lot weaker than it
but they also added in a special thing where they added in a brand new move where if you push R again after landing your last hit on your spirit combo, you'll add a very large range round slash. And should that manage to hit anything, the edges of your spirit bar would start glowing. First white, then yellow, and then red. And each one would actually increase your attack even more.
And it would also increase your duration to bouncing. So like say,
as an example, whenever you max out your spirit bar and Try, you only get a 1.2 times attack up. Whenever you've got your white bar, it goes up to 1.35. When you've got your yellow bar, it's up to 1.5. And when you got your red bar, it's up to, I think, 2.5 or 1.8 or something like that.
But keep in mind, the white bar and the
yellow bar
never fade away. It's only the red one that fades away after about a minute or so.
So it's 2 minutes, however, this duration can be reset by landing another round slash.
I also lied to the viewers. I forgot to show them the cool trick. It's basically the infinite combo. It's just if you do it while the thing says quest complete, you'll keep doing it and you'll never stop. Is basically what I wanted to show you, but I'll show you in the future. I'm pretty sure I'll show you in the future. Because the longsword is one of the best weapons in the game. Oh, now it's time for the hammer, which should, I think it'll be the last weapon of this video. About hammers. Hammers are good for knocking the monster out. It is mainly impact damage, and it has a variety of combos that you can use to knock out the monster.
They also do have moderate to high attack. Some hammers are some of the highest attack weapons in the game. Usually only great swords come up higher. However, they very often have status, or very little often, like not very often, have status or element damage. When they do, it's often not that high. The main port,
it's mainly for raw damage.
A hammer are support. You're usually meant to break objects that are hard to break with a sword, usually faces, wings, shells, and leave things that are more easily cut or damaged by swords, such as tails, to the sword masters. And what you want to do is mainly aim for a monster's head, because if you hit them in the head enough times, they'll gain enough KO damage to be knocked out for approximately 5 to 10 seconds, giving anybody on the team some good damage anywhere. Also, it usually makes the monster collapse, which means pieces that are often hard to hit now become available for damage.
Now, if you this guy didn't kill him, this guy, right? If you just tap the button, you automatically pull it out. If you're walking, press the button, you'll do like an upswing. If you press it again, you do a 1 step of the triple pound. If you keep pressing it all 3 times, you do 2 pounds, and then you do a golf swing. Now, I don't know, but in Try, the golf swing was very, very powerful. And it did.
The triple pound combo in its entirety, up until Portable Third, is the strongest attack in the hammer's arsenal. All 3 added together. And is the super pound in this one too?
Yeah, I think so. If you hold R, you charge up, and then after the first one, yeah, it's in it. It doesn't.
Super pound, where you do a swing up and then a swing down. That is the single most damaging attack by itself. However, the triple pound, all 3, has a total attack higher than that of the super pound. The super pound also has a large shockwave, which can actually knock your own team members off balance and reduce the amount of damage they can do. So you have to be very careful when you use it.
Yeah, but all around, hammer is not very cooperative. Most cooperative weapons would be a gunner, or a bow, something with range. Because if you have like sword and shield users and stuff of that nature, or better yet, have a longsword, because a longsword cannot be disrupted unless it's hit up in the air by something, or charged with lance. But
the only problem to this is the fact that with gunners, they have a large assortment of explosive ammo, such as Krag and cluster shots, which if you do happen to accidentally hit one of your members with the explosion, even if you don't hit them directly with the shell, it can knock them off balance. But a gunner is a great support role that you generally want to have at least one of on any big quest.
And another thing I noticed is that in this game, they took out the second charge for the hammer. It's all one big charge. That's how you take out the guy. And oh, another cool thing is the swing. I love the swing. The swing's awesome. Like any other weapon, you can press triangle and R to go straight into something. then if you're walking around and you let R go, you start swinging. If you press triangle at just the right time, you'll do a golf swing. If you miss it, you'll end up doing something totally different, but it still does damage.
It's based on the amount of rotations you have while waiting for your hammer to
So after the fourth one, press the triangle button, and on the next time around, you'll do the golf swing. Right? I think it's 4. I think it's either 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think you can go up to a maximum of 8 to 10 swings, but the swings themselves aren't that damaging. But the golf swing is good. It also has very high range, making it easier to hit heads of monsters that are higher up. So you want to do is get a couple hits in with the golf thing, with the swing, and then go for a golf swing at the end after the fourth one to inflict the most damage, to make sure that you don't accidentally go too long and get yourself hit.
Also, hammers are fun for knocking your team members up in the air.
Generally something that we were mentioned not to do unless you were planning to do it at the end of a quest just for lulz.
Yeah. Don't be a douchebag. You know, be kind, and then after the quest, when everybody's, you have to be safe. Wait till they're done with their. I think I got a well done steak in that. I don't know. I didn't check it. But
and try not to interrupt their carving.
Yeah.
Because they're going to want to carve their rewards. Once they're done with their carving, then you can feel free to kind of screw around with them. But be kind to other players, especially if you're playing online and you don't know who you're playing with. If they're not someone who you know personally as a friend, they might take great offense to.
Exactly. Which is why I'm one of the most hated people on Try. And I stick my tongue out and enjoy. And hey, look, we reached the time limit. Well, my personal time limit, that is. So, that's how you use the great sword, the long sword, and the hammer. So, have fun, and happy hunting.